Ed Miliband setting his promises in stone, literally. This 8-foot limestone slab detailing Labour's election pledges will be erected in the number 10 garden, if he wins the election. Initially, most people thought it was a joke. Then the parodies started, comparing it to a gravestone or the tablet containing the 10 commandments. With just 4 days until the general election, Ed Miliband spoke exclusively to Sky News.
You haven't proven that you can be the next Prime Minister. The polls are pretty much the same now as they were when you first started campaigning.
Well, I don't quite see it that way. Look, I think that this campaign has been an opportunity, certainly for me, to set out what I believe, how we change this country to work for working people. It's a big choice for people.
So why hasn't that been a reflection
of the polls? I think lots of people are making up their minds. Look, you know, this is an election which is going to be an incredibly tight election. It is going to come down to the wire.
If you lose, will it be your fault?
Well, look, I'm proud of the campaign that we've run, and I'm proud of the leadership that I offer. And the country's got a choice. I've never been somebody who says that it's all about image. I think it's about substance and the way we change things.
But image matters too, doesn't it?
Of course it matters. Of course it matters, but it's not simply an image contest. It's a contest about ideas. Ideas to make this country work for working people again.
But the real issue here is that people just don't trust Labour on the economy, do they? Are you just too left-wing to be Prime Minister?
That's not the way I see it.
Anyone who wants to make a credible government has got to have a plan B. Why don't you be straight with people? Don't take the people for fools. What is your plan B?
Well, look, I'm very, very straight with people, which is that I will seek to put a Labour programme before the House of Commons. I want a majority Labour government. I want to put in place a plan to put working people first again. All those undecided voters, some of whom we saw today...
But these undecided voters are worried about who you might do a deal with. What about the Lib Dems? You've ruled out a coalition with the SNP. What about the Lib Dems?
Tempting as it is, Sophie, I'm really not getting into that. I've ruled out a coalition... No. But, you know, I don't really care what they throw at me. I care about what will be thrown at the British people over the next 5 years if David Cameron gets back into power. And, you know, I'm a pretty resilient guy, and I think I've shown that. Less than 100 hours to go in this election. I need you.
Frankly, Ed Miliband needs them to do a lot, here in Dudley and across the country. The polls show that Labour is unlikely to win a majority on Thursday. He won't admit it, but Ed Miliband will be thinking hard about Plan B. Sophy Ridge, Sky News, Dudley.